Hi guys! So you're getting me right off the treadmill, and as a lot of you know, that's where I do a lot of channeling, is on the treadmill. I don't know why, something about the movement gets me going. I don't know. But regardless, I've been channeling what feels like the end of the Souls in the Light field channeled messages, the book. But it's only like 50,000 words or something like that, which is more of a novella, right, than an actual, you're okay. Oscar's staring me down because I'm in his chair, right? This is my morning chair, but he's like, no, that is my chair, mother. Get the Helena out, okay? But I almost feel like we have like a hard break between the messages that we were getting and the new messages that have started coming in from the fourth world, the golden star seed transmissions. So I would like you to leave in the comments what you feel. Do I wait and put the golden transmissions that I am getting now, more of that into it, make it a little thicker, or do you want this knowledge now? Because it does feel like we've gone full circle through the medicine wheel, which really is the karmic wheel as well as the cosmic wheel. And it really feels like there's a lot of this influx, like a lot of the things that the way that Spirit channeled in the journey space from the Diary of Wu came out, as well as a lot of that very new type of channeling from Celestial Spark. I will say the biggest great takeaway for me as I was kind of finishing this channeling was they showed me the Hermit. And I've talked about, right, Ophiuchus being so special to me, and being the life container that I was shown in the Kundalini planes. And they showed me, right, like the aspect of the Hermit is both Virgo, which is our embodiment of life, but also Ophiuchus. The embodiment of life, the Virgo energy, is inside of the lantern. But the energy that is holding it, that is processing it and fulfilling it, is 100% Ophiuchus. And I thought that was such a magical moment to really kind of see the Hermit in truth, because you guys know, if you follow me, I don't really call out a lot of the signs when I'm reading the cards unless Spirit really like is like right, because it's like they'll keep putting the same sign in front of me and like putting it in my head, and then they're like, okay, you got to share this sign, this is important, this is an important truth for someone to hear. And then I'll be like, okay, here's the sign. Because if we went by just the signs, then, right, like Taurus would be the only one to ever be connected to the Hierophant, right? Like, how can we, like, you know, how can you explain that? But they also went through the containers with me in this final channeling. And it was really interesting because like these different planes of existence that are different containers that are going into the big life container, right? Which is the Kundalini. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, listen to what I channeled in the, you know, what is the Kundalini? It should be in the Energetic Conversations playlist, I believe. You can also go back and into your sign and look at your Kundalini reading. But what was really interesting was that our life, like the essence of our being born and moving on, is only 8 aspects of the Kundalini. Okay, the other 4 are transmutation and transformation, and those 4 are all completely aspected and in creation through the Hermit, through this Ophiuchus energy of taking the body back into spirit, back into body. Okay, just freaking beautiful. Okay, if you ask me, which is why you're getting me like post workout, like my hair's barely been brushed today. Like I washed my face before I did the workout. But I did not like do anything before getting on camera. Like you're just getting me hardcore, like just this is me, right? Like if you woke up and rolled out of bed and looked at me standing there with you, this is what you're gonna get. But I just don't know. Like I saw that the ancient dragons of the green world, the third world, were teaching this baby dragon of the fourth world. And I just don't know if you guys want that in the first channeled book, or if you want those teachings as the beginning of the next channeled book. Okay. So please leave your comments down below, especially if you've read Celestial Spark or From the Diary of Woo. Okay, those are my woo books. There is some woo in a lot of you don't know, I am a certified aromatherapist. I do have a diploma in nutrition from overseas. But there is a little bit of woo in all of my books. It kind of sprinkles in. But it's like heavy, like you can't get away. It's like completely woo in the Celestial Spark and From the Diary of Woo, because that's the path that I was channeling in. And so I don't know, I just feel so torn about not putting out a larger piece of work. But it's kind of ending with this green comet that's about to be gone. And so I almost feel like now is it's saying now is the time, right? And time, what is time? That came into the aspect of, because the fourth world is nothing like the time that we believe of timing that we have now. But that's within the lantern, is whatever aspect of time has been created for our existence. And that's going to shift and morph and change no matter where we go, no matter what dimension or existence or plane that we don't even understand that we transition to. And I feel like we're all going to transition through all of these, because they're showing me the worlds that are showing up just like the colors that we attune to being, these Kundalini or chakra energies. So I do feel like we are moving, right, through the experiences that we were meant to move through. And Earth School was definitely one of them. I feel like a lot of us are ready to move to the next level. We're done with Earth School. Like, we've done this thousands of lives, and we finally figured it out. Now, some of us are only going to move on with the divine union of self. Some of us will be able to move on with the divine union of the one that we came from the soul space with. But free will is that they can choose to stay in the green earth, in Earth School. And there is no aspect of lessons or control that you can function in to make them change their mind. Of course, because we are going to the golden star seeds, to the fourth world, which is very much associated with solar plexus type energies, the golden cord will still connect, and they will have that connection should they choose to follow you. Doesn't mean they will. They may spend 1,000 more lifetimes, which maybe in the next world is like that. Okay, I don't know. Spirit was like, we can't explain that to you. Okay. And I'm like, okay, I trust you. That's all we can do. I think that's what the solar plexus is about, is trust. Okay. And if you've come to the place of this sort of zen of trust, then you are ready to just kind of leave behind the lessons and embody the love through the rest of whatever this lifetime is offering for us. And I think that's a beautiful, beautiful energy to just walk forward with love, because this morning as I was on the treadmill after I channeled, like, I felt my heart so wide open. We wouldn't be able to receive the knowing that we are getting and the joy that is waiting to fulfill us, and the level of just, it's almost like euphoric bliss, okay? Just being in this flow of pure light. And that's what I felt this morning. And I do think that it is, right, like, it's right at the top of my spinal column. It's like relieving a burden. The burden of judgment, the burden of hate. The rest of our lifetime will be spent, for those of us that are following this sort of path into the new age of Aquarius, will be spent in that state. And I'm not saying it's going to be easy. Maybe it will be. I can't say that. But we're moving into this state of wild beauty where we don't worry about the end anymore. We're not worried about what others think. We're in card 22 that is in my divine masculine, feminine, and inner child decks, where it is in between. We're enjoying that beautiful nesting phase before we are birthed into the age of Aquarius. And it's subtle, but it's beautiful, and it's meant to be enjoyed and not feared. And I mean, I put all of that energy, which is funny, into this talisman that I created last year with the eagle. All right, it makes me want to cry. With the eagle, with Jupiter and Venus. And just put the whole embodiment of love inside of it. And it doesn't matter what happens going forward now, right? Like, I'll be going into mediation in about a week. And I don't know, a lot of you don't know that I'm going through my own karmic purge. I think it's so funny too, after 32 years, because that's the challenge, that's the 5, that's the Hierophant, right? And knowing that on the other side of it is just love, right? That's the 6, it's just love. And it's the 33, it's the knowing you're on the right path. And so I do know that no matter what happens, whether I get to keep this beautiful house that I've created, this home that I've created, whether I, am alone, whether I have to go live in a van down by the river, it doesn't matter, right? Like, I know that whatever will be protected, will be happy, will be joyous. I'm ever so grateful every time someone goes into that description box and they either join the donation program on Patreon or they donate, because it has helped me tremendously through all of this. Sometimes it's the only funds that I have to keep things going, food in the fridge for myself and my child, because I don't have control over the money anymore. And I don't know how much is coming in. I don't know where it's going. But that's part of the lesson, is that just to believe that you're being provided for, which I've always been provided for by God, by the universe, by spirit, and just knowing, that's the pure love. That's the knowing that we have to trust, right? It's the trust that we're being called to. And so I'm going to leave it at that. I'm going to go clean myself up from my stinky workout and go thank my bushes for their good deeds, and then trim them. Let them know that this is, again, part of their transformation, their transmutation, and thank them for what they've done and what they are doing. And get on with my Saturday. But please let me know any thoughts that you have, any feelings that you have down below, any of this that resonates for you. I just love you guys so much. I am so grateful that Spirit guided me to start this channel, because you have allowed me that container with Spirit where I always know, no matter what's going on around me, I can go into that container with Spirit, even if it's just to work with you, to give you guidance or give you just a reading. And I know that that is a space of that safety and that love. And it is what has carried me through the last 3 years. So thank you guys. I am so grateful for you. All right, so have a beautiful Saturday. And when you see me next, I should have a little makeup on. Just know I love you, okay? That this is my pure love to you. All right? Love you guys. Bye.